Hi, welcome back to the second part. My name's Chris Tubby. I'm founder of Trading for Tomorrow, and here I just analyse just a few of the contracts that I focus on and trade during the week. So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms. Okay, so I'm starting with the Dow Jones as usual. I only do daily charts these days just because it's going to give you just that sort of longer term idea of where these markets may be heading. So I've added the fibs on here as well. And you can see that sort of, even though it's popped through the golden ratio, golden level here a couple of times, it's not managed to stay there and it failed, and it's tested it another couple of times here and here. So I've got this downtrend line very nicely coming down there, which is just above the 39,800 roughly. And then support, as you can see, sort of the 382 fibs have been in play, supporting the market at 39,320. And I've got that support line in there as well, just a little bit higher at 39,372. Okay, so the S&P is still stronger than the Dow, so I have no point putting the fibs on here. But I have managed to get support and resistance levels. So for the resistance level, I've got 56.26, and for the support, I've got 55.02. Again, just remember earnings are on their way out for Q2 now, so it will have an impact on these. Okay, so moving on to the Nasdaq, I've got resistance at 26.38. And I've got support at 19,723, and another one just slightly above that at 58 as well. So quite close together, those two. It's just based on these here. And then, of course, I've got this nice trend line coming up here for the resistance. But at the moment, you know, resistance doesn't seem to hold in very long. But again, let's just see what happens with results as they start to come out from Q2. Okay, so moving on to currencies here, I've got the pound against the dollar. I've got resistance at 129.54. I've got support at 126.21. As you can see, sort of from the midweek, the dollar weakened just as the data was coming out. Expectations of rate cuts in the US. It's just a matter of when. Moving on to the euro against the dollar, again you can see a similar pattern. I mean, you know, even with the UK election, it didn't seem to have that much of an impact on the currency. However, you know, with what's going on with the French elections, maybe that may have a little bit more of an impact on the euro when they're announced this week. So I've got resistance at 108.77 and I've got support at 107.58. Can't forget Bitcoin, I guess. So here I've got resistance at 62.235. And then I've got support at 53.635. To get that support though, I've really had to sort of drill all the way up to a previous high up here before the market fell to get 3 touching points. I don't really like going through these bodies of candles, but you know, I mean, otherwise of course we've got a double touch here, but I always look for 3 where I can find them. Moving on to gold. Again, sort of big strong bounce on that towards the end of the week after data was coming out. So I've got resistance at 2,400. I've got support at 23.13 and also 23.08. So one of them's from a trend line, the other one's just from where it seems to have been bouncing a few times over the last few months. And of course, last but definitely not least is oil, one of my favourite contracts to trade. And I've got resistance at 84.52. I've got support at 82.53. I've got support at 80.06 and also 79.63. It's been quite strong. I mean, a lot of it I would say probably is more sort of being geopolitically driven at the moment. But we do have a OPEC report coming out, their monthly OPEC report coming out this week. So let's see what they talk about when it comes to supply and demand and their expectations. Anyway, I hope you have a great week. There's another couple of slides. Please just watch those as well, and hope to see you again next week. So, just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter. That includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. You know, this helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But you know, the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or you know, whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1 week intensive course. You know, that's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And you know, that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. You know, I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi Masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, you know, and any asset class, you know, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so you know, maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but you know, I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course, I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, you know, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, you know, if you're already involved, then you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. You know, the regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but you know, even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, you know, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. You know, I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and you know, I'll be doing these on a weekly basis, so I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week, best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.